IFA International is the official daily news source for international visitors here at IFA, and that makes up quite a large contingent of us, if you will, and it's in English. We like that. The editor-in-chief for the IFA International is Richard Barnes. Richard, welcome into tomorrow. How are you?
I'm great, Dave. It's great. We've got the first issue out. The first baby is born so far this year, so it's a bit of a relief.
Yes, hot off the presses. And from your standpoint, you've got to be very impressed that not only is it a great-looking issue, but you've packed it with all kinds of news about IFA here, and folks are already grabbing them all around the show floor.
Absolutely. Well, it was something, and I guess, as you probably know, last year it was the first issue, or the first year for IFA International, and it was something that was actually sparked by the IFA organization last year, because, as you know, they want IFA to become more international.
Yep.
They needed to have an English language daily. I'm working with a company in the south of France, believe it or not, which is one of the nicer places to work.
Yes, not a bad place to be.
I'm an Australian journalist working in the south of France, so it makes us already a little bit international. And now we have a team that's made up of Germans, English, Russians, and so on. So it's a very international team. What we're trying to do is to make a product that really helps the international visitor at IFA understand not only what the products are that are happening here, but what are the trends, what are the real groundswell things that are happening at IFA, which is why, of course, we're trying to get interviews with the top line people, as you do as well.
Exactly. We should work together on that, I guess. We'll double team them or something. You know?
Absolutely.
We'll get folks, your folks will then get them back and so forth. What makes the cut, though? How do you determine what news when it's such a huge show like this one? It's tough for us, too, to determine what guests actually can get on in such little time. You have the same issue on a daily basis. How do you determine that?
We have the same issue. Obviously, it stands to reason that we're going to try and talk to the keynote speakers first. So, of course, in this issue, we have the two keynote speakers from today that have given us pre-keynote interviews. Of course, we have Dr. Jean-Louis Park, who we spoke to, and we've got the inside story. Of course, he's a very interesting guy, and he's also, as a CEO or a president rather of a company like that, very relaxed and easy to talk to. It's not always the case.
That's true, and of course he is president and CEO of Samsung Electronics, so they're making a lot of big news here this week at IFA.
Very big news, and again, they're one of the companies that are bringing in the new technologies, that is to say the direct internet connectivity with their TVs, so this is interesting. Their design is also very, very interesting, and this is something which is being underlined at the show, the importance of design. And of course the CEO of Philips Consumer Lifestyle, Andrea Ragnetti, who spoke to us as well, very, very interesting as well. The fact that Philips, and as you've probably been speaking about, made the turnaround to being a lifestyle company just at the same time that IFA did, and it seems to be part of that groundswell as well.
Good point, because it's all about white goods too here at IFA, in addition to all the consumer electronics that they typically cover, and it is now that's sort of their key phrase. It's consumer lifestyle, being consumer electronics and appliances.
Yeah, and this is what we said. It's become the ultimate lifestyle show. That's what we're saying, and I think this is true. When you go into a shop, and this is what everybody's saying, if you go into a big electronic superstore, you don't just go in to look at a TV, you don't just go in to look at a washing machine. I mean, it's becoming a lifestyle thing. The coffee machines is another very obvious one, and cooking shows on TV where you want to maybe have the TV in the fridge so you can watch the cooking show while
while you're preparing the meal or enjoying it, perhaps.
Yeah, so it's part of the move. So of course we try to deal with subjects that are of interest to international visitors. So obviously the one thing that we're doing is we're not going to go into parochial issues here in Germany, which are obviously interesting for the local crowd, but we put ourselves in the shoes of an international visitor. I'm from Australia. I know what it's like when I'm traveling. When I go to a big electronics show like this, what am I looking for? I'm looking for hard facts. I'm looking for interesting statistics and so on. So this is the sort of thing we're covering.
Terrific. What have you noticed so far, even though as we talk with Richard here from the IFA International, it is the first day, the first official opening day of IFA. What have you noticed different between this year and last year?
The obvious thing is the ultra slim screens and the very, very slim screen put out by Sony, of course, with the LED backlighting. That's going to be the in thing. The reduction in power for the PDP screens and the LCD screens, but the Neo PDP, of course, from Panasonic is fabulous. This is going to be coming out soon, so it's going to be, as we said, the big trend. And this year is very different from the previous years from the point of view that there are real big trends this year.
Yeah.
There are real big trends. The screens are getting ultra slim, they're getting ultra efficient, and everybody is becoming really eco-conscious as well.
Richard Barnes, the editor-in-chief of IFA International. It's the official international show daily here at IFA. Thanks for joining us and helping us wrap up this first hour of 6 hours of solid IFA coverage.
You're welcome, Dave. Thanks very much.
Pleasure to have you with us. IFA-international.org for more information of what Richard and his team are up to here in Berlin. I'm Dave Graveline. More starting next hour, by the way, will be at the official press event, Showstoppers, here at IFA. You don't want to miss a minute of that. Stay tuned as Into Tomorrow continues on the Advanced Media Network.